Too straight up. He has to get low against a tall guy like Oscar De La Hoya.
However, at this point, he might just want to get back to his corner to see what they can do on that cut.
Well, he has to wait for the bell to ring, Sean, so he has to use some strategy in the meanwhile.
Sure, look how low that left hand is, Gil. Left hand down by his waist.
And his legs are straight. He has to bend those legs.
Good focus by De La Hoya. He's stalking Chavez, very calm, very relaxed. Chavez, with his very relaxed demeanor coming into this fight, now will have to fight more out of desperation because of that serious cut.
And you can see how much bigger De La Hoya looks than Chavez physically.
Chavez waving him in, trying to draw De La Hoya into a slugfest. Blood all over the face of Chavez. Round number 2. Oscar De La Hoya on the right of your screen. The taller boxer with the blue trim in his trunks. Chavez wobbled, and a warning there by Joe Cortez for grabbing behind the head.
Yeah, but you try to steer with that left jab. Now all of a sudden both fighters have to change their strategy. Julio Cesar Chavez says he has only one style, that is to hit and not get hit. Oscar De La Hoya says that he has 10 different styles. He's been watching tapes of Sugar Ray Robinson, Willie Pep, some of the great fighters of old, Sandy Sadler. He has all those styles to choose from.
He also told us that this is going to be a fight with the Matador against the Bull. He's the Matador. I said, yeah, but it's the only time I know that the Matador is bigger than the Bull.
Yeah, but now he's having to change that because of that cut.
Using the jab effectively, De La Hoya here in the second round.
And again, he mentioned that Chavez can't fight backing up. And Chavez is not bending, not trying to get underneath De La Hoya's punches. He has to move in underneath and try to come up with that left hook, as he's trying to do now.
He's got him backing up, his face a crimson smear. As fighters age, the oil comes out of their skin. They don't have it's not as flexible as earlier in their careers. Consequently, fighters who are aging, like Chavez, have to move a lot, keep from getting hit. Chavez has always been very tough.
De La Hoya landed a good left and a right. Chavez lunging in.
And lands a left.
Trying to make something happen. So far, De La Hoya's been able to keep him at bay.
It doesn't hurt to get cut like that. It just throws you out of your game plan. All of a sudden, you have to deal with that cut. See him wiping at the eye?
De La Hoya very patient.
Well, the referee did not indicate that it was a butt. Otherwise, we may have gone to the scorecards and it would have been a technical draw.
Should it be stopped? Should it be stopped?
It was a clean, yes, if it was stopped. But it was a clean punch as far as I was concerned.
Yes, and that's all we could see in round 1, and we'll have a look at it between rounds.
What intensity.
Tremendous concentration on the part of De La Hoya.
Oh yeah, both fighters. Round number 1, Chavez threw 18 punches, landed 6. De La Hoya threw 52, landed 17.
And he caught Chavez leaning in with a short chopping left. And again.
Oh, look at the head down from De La Hoya. He's taller than most other super lightweights, but he keeps his head so low. He tucks that head down to hide that chin.
Chavez,
oh, blood.
Chavez managed to get a left hand in.
And about the referee stopping the fight. Julio Cesar Chavez was real upset that Joe Cortez got the assignment for this fight. He said Cortez worked his fight with Frankie Randall and Pernell Whitaker, and he thinks Cortez doesn't like him.
De La Hoya has been the busier of the two boxers through 2 rounds, as you can see. We've given the first 2 rounds to him on our scorecard.
Well, again, it doesn't seem to me as if Chavez has any game plan at all. He's standing straight up against a much taller opponent where he should get lower. Maybe that will give him an advantage.
And now he's trying to box something that he does not do well.
You can see De La Hoya extend his arms every time Chavez comes forward, something he told us he would do to try to keep Chavez off him.
Well, you know, Tim, he seems so much bigger and stronger than Chavez. You have to remember the weigh-in was yesterday. I would have to say that De La Hoya weighs at least 147 pounds right now.
Both came in at 139 at the official weigh-in.
That height really helps him in that he can punch down on his opponents. The two sparred 6 years ago, and Julio Cesar Chavez knocked down a 17-year-old Oscar De La Hoya. Because of that, Julio Cesar said, I don't need to watch training tapes of him. I haven't seen him recently. I know that I have the power. I know he's tasted my power, and he's not going to want to taste it again.
I think that was a little verbal bravado from Chavez, and hard for me to accept that he didn't look at tapes and was counting on somebody from age 17 in 1989.
And meanwhile, so far this fight has been a fight with the one punch has been the effective punch. It's been De La Hoya's jab.
That's for sure, and there is blood all over the face of Chavez again as the cut is opened up badly.
Oh, yeah, a little maneuvering. Yeah, that just shows the power and the balance of De La Hoya. You push around your opponent where you want him. Let him know you're in control. That's what De La Hoya
landed a left hook. Chavez landed a good left hook.
Short left hook by Chavez. Best punch of the fight. Now he's trying to come in low, which he should have been doing from the beginning. Now he's back straight up again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to stand out at the end. He's not as tall as De La Hoya. So he's got to get down, get low, attack underneath, attack at the angles.
We're in round number 3, scheduled for 12. So far, the blood has not appeared to have been a big factor in his vision, but if it continues to bleed freely, it will be at some point.
Well, yes, it will.
It takes a little time for that medicine to take hold, Tim. And now it is starting to take hold because it's not bleeding nearly as badly as it had been before.
Final seconds of the 3rd round.
Hampering the vision of Chavez. They'll stop the fight.
Round 4. Scheduled for 12. And Chavez comes out like a bull this time. That brings the crowd alive. They want him, the old warrior, to prevail against the young lion.
Yeah, and he needs to.
There's a left hand by Chavez.
And that crowd can propel you to victory. That crowd helps you because when you hear that crowd, it's deafening. And you think you're hurt a lot of times, even though you're not. Good left hooks from Chavez. His best punch is that left.
De La Hoya still very patient, using the jab, keeping his distance.
And again, Chavez is trying to fight, backing up.
De La Hoya says, I know I can KO anyone, but tonight I just want to box. And given all of the things that have happened in Julio Cesar Chavez's career, I think that's good advice.
And again, there's that educated left hand of Oscar De La Hoya, constantly in the face of Chavez.
Yeah, educated left hand is right. De La Hoya had been fighting his whole life. He had hoped to one day be a world champion and be in a fight of this nature. He comes from a boxing family. His grandfather was a boxer, Vincenti. His father, Joel, also was a fighter.
And there was De La Hoya catching Chavez. Chavez trying to lunge forward.
Yeah, De La Hoya's waiting for him to rush in.
And nailed him pretty good.
By far the most mature performance by Oscar De La Hoya that I've seen, and I've seen virtually all of his fights. In the 4th round here, he's already shown great maturity, and there's blood streaming again from the cut of Chavez.
I've had my eye on Oscar De La Hoya for a long time. He is an outstanding fighter.
And another good left hand inside, and another left hook outside from De La Hoya. And a combination scored by De La Hoya. And another combination punishing Chavez.
Uppercuts.
Chavez is now bleeding from the nose as well as the eye. I remember De La Hoya.
De La Hoya pouring it on. Chavez now not
Look at that nose. Look at the nose. That's worse. His nose is worse than his eye. In his last fight, he broke his opponent's nose.
Blood pouring from the nose and the eye, and Joe Cortez calls a halt. He'll have the doctor look at this cut. Dr. Flip Pomansky comes up from the far side.
Also cut inside the mouth. Every time De La Hoya punches, he spins right on the end, and it slices the face. That's it. Says Haman.